Taco merchants and the bankers too, who must get up and learn those rules. Riverman and Crazy Chief, one says sun and one says sleep. Now the AM, the FM, the PM too, turning out that boogaloo. It gets you up and it gets you out, but how long can you keep it up? I said, give me Honda, give me Sony. It's so cheap and it's so phony. Hong Kong dollar, Indian cents, English pounds and the Benjamins. I said, New York! Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on and get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on and get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Get up. You just don't stop and give it all you got. Looking for a rise to better my station. Take my baby to sophistication. See the ads? Well, isn't it nice? Better work hard cause I know the price. Now never mind that, it's time for the bus. And you'll get on cause you're one of us. The clocks go slow in the place of work. The minutes drag and the hours jerk.
Woo! Live from the Dog the Cat Studios on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, it's On the Horn with Andrew Einhorn. Woo! Do you know that I'm actually doing a downward dog and a plank and dancing a little bit? Oh, this framing is bad. How nice does my shot look, you know? Give me some kudos, some credit. I love it. We got a little bit of this art I got from Israel. We have this, which was an Italian artist in Germany, the hearts, because the hearts are happy. And when you come out of one side of the room, there they are to greet you with warmth and love. Oh, how are you? How you feeling? I feel pretty good. Because I actually finished my prep for the show like 15 minutes ahead of time, not 2. It's always like studying for an exam and whatever. So I'm going to really try to keep the show under an hour today. And I say that, you know, frequently, but I think today it's going to be. So anyway, I'm going to talk really fast. No politics, fuck that. No corona, fuck that. Fuck you, corona. Fuck you, variants. Just, am I allowed to curse? I guess it's my show. I can do what I want. So my guest today, Tatyana Kalko, who I originally misspelled with a C, and it's actually a K. So 2 Ks when you go to look her up. And then earlier today, so here's the thing. People have said, hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you? There's a lot of famous people that have co-hosts, and you're always struggling on the technical side, so why don't you get someone to help you? And I kind of reached out recently, and I got a nice email from Milania Jade, who is standing by in the wings, looking quite concerned, but happy. So what I might do is occasionally I might have a guest co-host. There's the logistics of, do they come here? Do they sit at the table? Do they sit at the counter? Do they drink a beer? What do they do? So it's all kind of yet to be determined, but it's an experiment, you know, like this whole thing has been. We tweak it, we earn it anyway. So I think that's it. Without further ado, let's see if I'm going to press this button, see if it works. Add to stream. Hell yeah! You there? Can you hear me? Milani?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, this is good. So, you know, I just wanted to do a quick introduction so people could see you, because next week, when I come back, I'm going to have you on the air, be it here or there. So it was so nice to meet you today. Tell me about our meeting. Where was it? What happened? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I wish everybody had an Ethernet. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear. Let's go. I have Oh, hi. Kelsey. Who dat? Says Casey. What's up, Casey? That's my friend Milania Jade, who's going to come back next week. She's going to be on the air. I hung out with her today. Very bright. She seemed to know a lot about a lot of things from Baltimore. Just really into culture, travel, music. So I felt good, like, you know, it's from, she's 24, so it's kind of, let's get a different person's perspective. They also seem to know the social media thing better than I do. Hi, Kristen Bowler, the lovely. All right, without further ado, because I'll talk forever. Woo!
You would talk forever.
By the way, do you know every time Donald Trump lies that a siren goes off? Sirens have been kind of quiet lately because the dude is all right. No politics.
You said.
Oh, right. That's what I told you, right? No politics?
Yeah, that's right.
No, yeah, that's great. Yeah, let's keep it light. People want to be happy. They want to be entertained. All the bad stuff. There's no bad stuff. Everything's
There's
great.
not too much, let's talk about things that we can affect and do things about, right?
Okay, I agree. Yeah. So, by the way, you look amazing and your backdrop looks fantastic. Where are you and what's happening? It
I'm in
looks
a
so good.
tropical desert. I know, this is my room. Do I look like little Oliver Twist right now? That's kind of what I was going for, but like a cute Oliver Twist. I don't know.
Very cute Oliver Twist.
Thank you.
Can you recite us a line like, please, sir, I'd like some more? Something like that.
This is my room. Got my guitar. I got 2 plants that I have not killed. I've had them for like over a year. No, like 2-3 years. I'm very surprised. I think this means that I'm ready for the next step.
Which is? You're going to marry the plants?
Yeah, I'm going to marry the plants. You can officiate right here.
Okay.
And then I have some beautiful artwork. It's my roommate's. That's actually a Russian artist. This one behind me. It's a one of those archival prints that is signed by the artist. I think he's alive. I can't tell you what his name is. I have like a Paul McCartney over here. Can't
what do
see
you mean
it.
Paul McCartney? Something of
It's
him
a
or
photo.
something that he did?
Yeah, no, it's a photo where he's just like, like I wish this interview were over. Not this one, but like the interview that he was doing.
Wow. Well, instantly you fit right into the genre of the show. You are an artistic. You obviously music, fashion, plants, Paul McCartney, Russia. There's a lot going on. What else? What else do you got behind us? What else you got?
I don't know. Do you want to ask a question first? I'm not good with like, you know what? I feel like this is like a dating thing when they're like, okay, just tell me. And I've had dates like that where they're like, just tell me a story. Like, tell me something weird about you. I'm like, you don't deserve my weird. Like, you need to earn it. I don't know.
Okay,
what to tell you.
After 45 minutes, we can.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. No, but I love it. It says something about you. You know, I've been photographing people for years, and my favorite thing is to go to their house, and it's like a new set, and you see what their furniture, their food, their cats, their dogs, their bathrooms, which can be clean or not clean, and all that different stuff. So, you know, I feel privileged that we get to see your house. I think this is the whole Zoom culture, the COVID thing, is that we get to see everyone's house. And I like, your bedroom looks huge.
It's actually really big. So that is a piano. That's a piano right there. I decided I'm not going to play it tonight, but it's really cool. It's a really cool setup. And then I have the bridge. I have George Washington in front of me. But like, you have an incredible setup. I want to know your story with your apartment because
looks pretty.
You're in New York.
I know. I'm a very fortunate man, but I worked hard for it. I had a nice apartment and then I expanded. So I'm actually in part 2, but that's part 1. But it feels, there's a lot of depth. And you know,
there is a lot of depth.
Yeah. One day I'll go back. My friend Spencer wants me to go back in my office, which is flatter and not as exciting. And everyone else is like, no, stay in the big room.
Do you remember when that was all starting? And it was starting, you know, with COVID, and then it was so awkward. Like you're in that person's home, and now it's just so second nature.
Commonplace, second nature. I should have said, had you have a cocktail. I always have my like dark beer. I like when people have
just have some water.
Have your assistant bring you a scotch and soda.
Yes. My little beggar boy.
I met you through someone else. It was a Zoom, right? It was Adam Feder, and you were playing music?
Yeah. Is that where? Through the Shul of New York? Is that where we met?
I think so.
Yeah.
He was having, something. Oh, it was like an open mic, or he said, everybody should come and play a song or something. So you played a couple of songs. It was like an open mic art thing. Yeah,
for the Shul of New York, they have, since the beginning of this in March, they had programming every week, almost every day. Now it's almost every day. And so because we do services, we do Shabbat services and all that stuff. But we to really liven things up, we're like, well, we can, plan anything. So they had a couple cover nights. We actually did a John Lennon tribute night and a Paul McCartney and Simon night. We did a Carly Simon. No, not Carly Simon. We did a Carole King. I always get them confused.
Oh, yeah. So does everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, these are all people so near and dear to my heart. Jeez, and you're so young for you to love all these. This is
I
like
know
people
you
30
keep
years older than you.
thinking that.
You know what it is? I like to set the bar low. When I meet young people, I always want to be like, all right, they're not going to know who Bob Dylan is. They're not going to know who Michael Jordan is. And then when they do, I'm like, oh, I feel happy because I want people. I think part of the excitement of life for me is all the things in the past. As I got older, you go back more, and musically going back, I grew up in the 70s, rock and roll, but all of a sudden, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, and you discover, and you as a musician, so I think that relates to culture too. The more you learn about the past, I don't know, the
Oh,
more
absolutely. And then you see like with different myths and legends and even like different, sacred texts, biblical and whatnot. Like we're even more connected to that than ever, I think, than the like contemporary stuff, I mean, it's all
Yeah.
humanity. So it's all just like one story on top of another. And that's, yeah.
Like the layers deep into Israel were the Turkish, then the Romans, then the Israelis, and then the Byzantines, and then it's like, anyway.
Yeah.
So
the
I'm going to
layers,
tell my people, the
like,
layers.
I was thinking of, what's that pastry? It's like the Israeli pastry, baklava.
Yeah, baklava.
Layers. Layers.
So what I'm going to do tonight is I have this beautiful sheet that's got things written on it. Looks good, right? And then what we're going to do is I didn't go out and do interviews for the show. It's been very fucking cold. But so I'm going to bounce around. I'm going to play some old films because we're in the middle of the winter. I was like, let me go back. And then so I have 2 winter films, which Tatyana is going to hopefully play some music to.
I will.
And then I have one film from the summer. I don't know, you were talking about your family and growing up in a Russian family. And I was like, let me go back. And then I found, I have a lot of films, but my sister and my nieces out in the middle of the summer. It's just so beautiful. And I feel like
It's really cute. Yeah.
Your music will work with it.
Funny that you said that because I am going to play a Russian song for that one.
Oh, that's right. I sent it to you. I forgot. Mm-hmm. Do you want to, you know what? Let's just get right into it because I'll talk forever. Do you want to do, if I play one of the snow films as I call them?
Let's do, wait, let me just grab a thing.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Chrome tab, snow films one. So I can tell our humans that these are short. I got them to like, it's only 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Tati.
Which one is that? Is that the first or the second?
First, I think.
Okay.
Jeez, but they're so similar. Well, I see 1:30. So, yeah, I don't know. Do you want to start to strum and I'll play it, or do you want me to play it first?
No, I have like something prepared.
Oh, very nice. Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
I don't know how you do it. You put the words on the tip of my tongue. There's no reason to disprove it. It's safe to say you could be the one. It's not just the lonely winter, though it is hard to keep warm by yourself. Why is my heart burning a flame? The tip of my tongue wants you and nobody else. We can hold hands till the sunrise, but through these mittens I won't feel a thing. Staring deeply in your green eyes gets me so high my ears start to ring. Sure, we could be rubbing noses, but honey, that's no fun. Promise me the next time we meet we'll say hello with the tips of our tongue. Da 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 da.
Oh, I was just getting up. I was getting ready to dance. I was like, da da da.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? I had a winter song.
It is. That was really, 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 really nice. I think
Thank
that's
you.
when I first heard you. I mean, your voice, as if you didn't know, it's pretty damn good.
Thanks.
You're on your way. I feel like
Yeah.
I can say I had her on my show then.
Well, I could say the same about you, Andrew.
Nah, I've been around too long to be. You're the fresh young talent. I'm the oh whatever. So some things I like to do at the beginning because I like when I was asking you about adjectives. This gives people a background about you, and I wrote down like singer-songwriter, first generation, Belarusian, philosopher, guru of sorts, spirituality, tree hugger, lover of, well, I put down lover of art nudes because self-taught guitarist, banana enthusiast, acting at NYU.
That's not a
So,
euphemism, by the way. That's really just bananas. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I hope people don't take that the wrong way.
what do you
But
mean?
now
How
they
is one
will.
to
Now that
take
I've said it, it's like banana. I don't know.
Oh, it's like something sexual per se?
Yeah.
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 So let's go through these. Let's be fairly quick. It'll be like you got 8 seconds. Although singer-songwriter, you could probably talk for half an hour. But
You know
sum it
too
up
much.
for me. Are you more of a singer, more of a songwriter,
Oh,
or both?
okay. Well, I think that my preferred tool for songwriting is my singing. Okay.
Okay.
Like
Uh-huh.
my voice is my instrument. I mean, I could compose on this stuff too, but I think when the melody is strong and you could just sing it without anything, that's when that's a good song.
Do you have favorite? I was going to delve into this later. I mean, it seems like the obvious questions. Who are your influences? What do you? But as a
Yeah.
person, I mean, your music is so beautiful. Is it Not Janis Joplin. Who's it? Put on a parking lot. Oh wait.
Yeah, Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell. Are you Bob Dylan? Joni Mitchell?
I'm honestly not any of that. It's so weird because I didn't grow up listening to folk like that at all. Like my parents, because I think they were like immigrants. I don't think they got like American 60s,
Right.
They were like
Yeah.
they're like anti-hippies. So we just listened to a lot of Beatles, a lot of classic rock,
Uh-huh.
like a lot of Queen, and yeah. And then I had like my boy band phase. So I guess like boy bands, Backstreet Boys,
Okay.
like all the pop in the late 90s, right? Early aughts. But I think honestly, like those songs compared to today, they were still such good songs, right? Like the harmonies, and they had a lot of heart. They had some sort of purity about it. It wasn't just all like sex and whatever, It was nice. They were nice
Yeah.
songs. And I think I
I
learned a
agree.
lot like melodically from that, Yeah.
The people in the 90s said that about the 80s. The 80s said that about the 60s. The 50s said that about the 30s. The 40s
Oh,
said
wow.
that about the 20s. Everybody thinks the generation before them, that was the shit. Nat King Cole and Frank Sinatra. Now that's when music was music.
Yeah. Don't people say that? I mean, you interview people. People say that all the time about everything, right?
It's
The
true.
nostalgia.
I was talking to Milania today. I feel like there's always this 20-year jump backwards of nostalgia. So in the 70s, I was growing up, I feel like Happy Days is before most of your time. The Fonz, there was like a 50s resurgence. And in the 80s, it was
Right.
the 60s.
It's like 20 years.
Right.
Or 30 years maybe. Like, because now we're in this 80s phase, right? With like Stranger Things.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah.
It's an 80s thing.
Okay, then I'm off. Then it's 35, 40
Maybe
years.
it's
Oh,
30. I mean,
Okay.
it's all the same. This
Okay, let's
time
go on.
doesn't exist. Time is a construct. Okay. I'm going to stop.
That's
my
That's fine. That's the
pure
philosopher in you. That's Belarusian? What does that mean?
Yeah. Okay. So are you just being like really disarming in your questions? Okay. No, I'm born in Belarus. They're having a lot of trouble now because I mean,
didn't know.
well, they have these protests. Everyone's protesting. Lukashenko, who's the president, who's been like the president for like 20 plus years.
Right.
And they want change and all this stuff. But it seems like pretty disorderly in the streets, like a little bit dangerous to even just go out to get groceries right now. I don't know.
Oh.
But it's a beautiful country. It's very cosmopolitan. It's so it was part of the Soviet Union. So I was born right after the fall of the Soviet Union, which actually I was thinking about, like how crazy of a time to have been born into. Like even just the collective like feeling of that time, because people were really like scared. I mean, I think the rest of the world was like, yay, down with communism. But the people like living there were like, holy, you know what I mean? Like things are
Yeah.
falling apart and like we don't have jobs and we don't have this and that. So that was pretty stressful time to be born into.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
I had
story.
a grandfather from Latvia or Lithuania. We can never figure it
Well,
out.
that's Belarus basically. We're
I
like
didn't know that.
we're neighbors, cousins. I don't know, or something.
Let's see. Philosopher.
Yeah. I can't say like I read a lot of philosophy, but I do like to think about ideas. I like ideas. I've always loved ideas and discussing different, I don't know.
Yes.
And now I'm like yeah, I mean I study a lot of Torah now too, and that's like that's so much philosophy. It's all like logic and reason and it's insane.
Wow.
But I think it connects so much to just like psychology. I'm really interested in psychology as well. Just different schools of thought, stoicism, like I don't know, lots of different things.
I see a future where post-COVID we're around with 5 other intellectuals, either smoking pot or drinking wine and talking about things and life and
Yeah.
wow.
That's like
nice.
it's like a very Russian thing too to do. Like all of the older Russians that I talked to, they're all like hyper intellectual, everyone, it's like you're not a person if you don't have like a bookshelf of of literature.
Did you see of the movie Reds back in the day? It was
I haven't.
people help me who I by the way, there's people in the chat and I want to say hi.
Oh yeah.
Somebody I don't know, Antje Hubner Federer.
Oh yeah,
She
that's
says,
Adam Faders.
oh, okay. She says
Right.
sing a boy band song. If we have time, we'll have you do that.
Yeah, okay.
Reds, Warren Beatty and not Joe Clayburgh. It was about the Russian Revolution and I think an American writer. I'm sure someone in chat, but it was long. It was like 3 hours, but it was, philosophy, Russian Revolution, and I want to suddenly speak like this. My favorite hockey player is Igor Borshevsky from Spartak. There is still many things on the list, but
okay, let's get to it. Let's go down.
we ignore
the
because
thing.
we like to
No,
keep music
we want
flowing.
one question. True, people want to hear more music. Okay, good.
Well, when you're playing, then we do. So we're gonna go to the family Poconos I listed, which is basically it's so sweet. I used to make a lot of family films and. Let's see. Hold on a second.
I mean, I love the quality of Super 8s. They're so nice. Are they hard to maneuver? And
meaning, how do
you like to use? Like turn on? And is there a setting? Is there something that you have to automatically adjust?
That's slightly confusing. All I can say is that it's a separate camera. You shoot it, and then you have to transfer it from the actual film onto video, and then you can edit it from there.
Okay.
And it's expensive as fuck, or I'd be shooting thousands. I have about 500 films. I have a lot, which is nice because finally people are like, "Oh, we'd like to buy some of that." Okay. You ready? Let's
Ready.
see how long this is. It's like okay.
Крутится, вертится шар голубой, крутится, вертится над головой. Крутится, вертится, хочет упасть, кавалер барышню хочет украсть. Крутится, вертится, хочет упасть, кавалер барышню хочет украсть. Где-то улица, где-то дом, где-то барышня, что я влюблен. Вот эта улица, вот этот дом, вот эта барышня, что я влюблен. Вот эта улица, вот этот дом, вот эта барышня, что я влюблен. Isn't that kind of perfect?
Yes. Was that was Russian, right? Not Hebrew. That was Russian, wasn't it?
That was Russian. So what's funny, because you say Hebrew, because this is like a song of my childhood, right? It's just like, it just means like like a globe is spinning round and round, and this like king is like, where is my dame? And there she is, right? But then I'm doing this like Russian Jewish oral history project, and I was looking for songs, and this song happens to have a Yiddish I don't even know if it's translation or the original, right?
Yep.
Is in Yiddish. And it's actually today is actually Holocaust Remembrance Day. And so the Yiddish verse is about like, where is the village, the place of my youth? Like where did it go? Right? It's not there anymore, right? People that I loved are not there anymore. So I know it's very tragic. It's very sad. It's very, very sad.
Fiddler on the Roof. Feels like small village, Jewish people, and the Russians come in and like, you're out. We're sending you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie called Yentl?
I have to see that movie. No. Okay. I know. I need to see that.
I want to turn it into a Broadway musical because I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 3 times. And it's like, that's been around for 50 years. Zero Mostel, we get it. But Yentl was such a good movie, and the music is really nice. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it would be a perfect stage show. All the Jewish people from 50 to 90 be like, enough with the fiddler. Let's see Yentl. She's a girl that dresses like a boy who loves the Talmud. And I feel like doing this. Okay.
That's the
let me read.
Papa, can you hear me? That's that one.
Keep going.
That's all I know.
Papa,
but if you could cast me in that.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, now we've got some. Yes, Tatyana Kalko
making connections here.
And your boyish look, nothing personal, because
I wear it proudly. Hey.
Yeah, you have to tie your boobs with tape.
I don't have much, so I can do that. That's okay.
Oh, Papa, can you help me not be frightened? Looking in your eyes, I see a million stars. Which one are yours? Okay, so Adam Federer wrote.
Okay, anyway.
He gave me a nice explanation. American journalist. Oh, you copied and pasted this, Adam. Warren Beatty journeys to Russia to document the Bolshevik Revolution and returns a revolutionary. His fervor for left-wing politics lead him to Louise Bryant, Diane Keaton, then married, who will become a feminist icon and activist. Oh my God, I'm not going to read the rest, but yeah, okay. Anyway, when you're feeling philosophical, it's a 3-hour movie. All right, let's keep going on the things. So we have philosopher, guru of sorts, spirituality, tree hugger. I mean, that's just like, what about that?
Let's talk about that. Well, last summer, I think I started, I guess I was always like a nature kid. I like nature, but last summer I started doing earthing, which you just go on the grass and you put your bare feet in the grass, right? And it's supposed to be like a real recharge, like of all of your chakras. So now, I don't really do it in the winter, but you can hug trees and kind of have the same effect, And then it's great if people walk by and like snicker and laugh. I get a big kick out of that.
I hugged a tree just the other day. I don't remember where I was, but it was so big. Oh my God, I have to remember where. Yeah, someone was saying how much, was it you? They're living, breathing things. They've been around so long. Wait a minute. Was it you? Was it us discussing how the roots underground all attached? Oh, it was very like that.
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't really know that. Oh, it was so spiritual. Yes, be kind if you stop cutting them down. Oh, it's my friend in California. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chad Morgan. I'm sorry, Chad. I totally forgot. She was hugging her tree and I was hugging my tree. And she was giving me a lesson. And it was just like that movie. What movie am I thinking of? About the other planet where the bad guys are coming to extract the chemicals. It was the weird people that are half human and half not human.
Oh, like that there was a remake and the one with Donald Sutherland? That one?
No. It's the Tree of Souls and all right. David asks, is bare feet in the grass illegal? That might be
illegal.
Innuendo.
Yeah, I might need to put a mask on those puppies.
People, I'm so bad with it. What movie am I thinking of? It's one word, Detta, and James Cameron made it, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah. The Thing.
The Thing.
It starts with an A. It starts with an A.
Yeah. All right, someone, come on, people, let's go, fucking give it to me. Anyway, but that was the Tree of Souls, and they were talking about how the trees are all interconnected and they're talking to each other, and I thought that was like a joke, but evidently
Avatar, right? Avatar? Is that the
Avatar,
one?
thank you. Yeah.
They connect hair, and that's how they like have sex or something.
Correct. Well, that's okay. That's a stretch.
That's a stretch.
But I like it. It's a good stretch.
It's an interpretation. Okay.
Okay, we don't need to talk about you like. Well, we were talking about photography and my stuff, and you said if it's tasteful, as many people.
No,
do, but,
I love that. Because you do nude photography.
yes,
I love
among
that
other
stuff.
things.
It's beautiful.
Tell me why,
done,
where, how.
I don't know. It's just like an aesthetic. I can't point to like, but there was definitely a phase where I was like looking at Instagram for tasteful nudes, kind of for inspiration too. But I think it's a beautiful art form.
And does it tend to be, because that can be used for so many different things, somebody lying on their bed with crazy lighting and it's like about the shapes, or is it more something with some personality, say? Because I do a lot of smiling things. People look, does it have to be black and white?
No, right. I think it's anything really, but I don't know what it is.
Would you rather be on the photographing end or the modeling end, per se?
Both, right? Both.
Yeah. Well, at least for me, but yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. It's so much fun. I mean, I've spent half my life doing it. The interaction, I think it provides something. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm shy, but it's a little bit of a control thing, because you can have someone who's your muse for 2 hours and, oh, let's do this here, and you kind of have to take charge. And I think most of the models like that. They're like, it's your shit, go do and direct, and because otherwise I don't know what to do. And I feel like it's kind of a compromise, because I'll be like, well, I love when you laugh and petted your dog. Let's go to the kitchen and then run out and do this, and then just go, and then they do something, and it's like this back and forth.
It's fun. It's like acting. It's like you're
But it's real. Acting feels like you're memorizing lines, whereas
right. Whereas you're playing the what if, the as if, the pretend, the imagination. You're playing your inner child in a way.
Yes. Keep going. I've got a hell of an inner child. That's the title of my next book. What if ... Okay, let's see. We're almost done. Let's see. What was the banana enthusiast? I mean, that sounds.
I don't know.
Nice.
I just threw that in there, but I do. I gotta say, my staples in my kitchen. It's a lot of Mediterranean stuff, but I would say like dates and tahini and banana and raw cocoa or cacao powder. You can make so much stuff just out of those things, and you get nuts. Yeah. That's it. Like you can make all sorts of desserts, all sorts of just like incredible, delicious things.
Sounds very Middle Eastern.
Probably live on that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Chrissy,
Crystal Pink, are you still here? Are you paying attention? This is my friend's wife, who's a great cook, and I bet she would. Yeah, that's nice. I keep my bananas in the refrigerator, which I thought was the norm, and that other people are like, you what? Cold banana. Try it if you haven't. Put your bananas in the refrigerator. The flavor to me pops a little bit more.
I don't know. I don't agree.
Don't knock it until you've tried it. Don't knock it until you've tried it. Take some peanut butter and smear on the top and bite it, and then in your cereal and freeze it with chocolate ice cream. I don't know where I'm going with this. David Fiore says like, freezer is Betty.
You're Freud. You're doing like your Freud.
Sigmund Freud.
On leisure time, Freud.
Oh, this is great. We made it through everything except acting at NYU. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Right. Well, I did that. That's what I did. I studied acting. So, because in high school, I was doing a lot of musical theater, right? I was in The Sound of Music. I was in Little Shop of Horrors. And because we had a pretty small program, I was the lead. Once the senior left, who was like the best one, I was like the lead after that, which gave me a bit of a superiority complex for a little bit. But so I was like, I love being on stage. I want to act. And then I didn't really see myself in musical theater though. Like my voice, I was taking like opera lessons, but I also didn't see myself in that. So I was like a little bit lost in terms of my voice, but I knew I wanted to perform on stage. I knew like that's where I was really happy. So that's what I did. I studied acting. It was a really intense program. I was at Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute through NYU, right?
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I was there for actually, was it 3 years or 2.5? I can't remember. 3 years. Yeah, 3 years in that program. And it was one of the takeaways is don't rape your emotions. Okay, that's one.
Meaning
also,
what?
Like
what
in
does that
terms
mean?
of, because the whole Lee Strasberg method is like your effective memory, and you're going back through the senses to exploring the memories of your past
Okay.
in order to like embody your character.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of like transference, I suppose, of your own past with the character, right?
Sure.
But you're like 18, 19 years old. Like I don't have any control over my emotions, right? So one of the teachers was like, yeah, don't rape your emotions, as in like don't just like go for the emotion. Don't purposefully like try to cry or something. Like it has to be it has to be real. It has to be natural. And you can only go as deep, or so you can only go as far as you go deep, right? So like if you're angry at someone in the scene, right? Like, but you're not feeling it, and you yell at them, then it's just like fake, right? It's like, it's phony. So if you really feel it, then you could go big, but otherwise.
And you're supposed to be calling back, hey, when I was 14, my friend threw me in a mud pit at school and I was really mad, and let me bring that up.
I know, all the senses, like how did it smell? How are you know, and then usually you'll probably start crying or something.
I think I do this every night because I get, there's a lot of frustration. I may seem like the happy-go-lucky, good-looking guy, but behind the scenes, there's one thing after another. And then I walk around, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? And I turn to my mother and I look to this guy, I'm an atheist, but somebody, why? God damn it. Fucking shit.
There you go.
Fuck you, COVID. And it just, I could really, if I needed to
act.
I
think that's kind of healthy though. What you just did,
yeah.
It's a little tantrum. It's good. It's healthy. You don't want to do that with other people watching, but that's okay. You just did that.
I'd like to share it though, kind of. I don't know. Otherwise, if I'm just doing it for myself, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody is there to hear it, what sound does it make? Oh, that was good. All right, we covered. You said you love to be on stage, which I really like. Does performing, playing music kind of fill a little bit of that role, that void of like, I'm on stage in front of people and they're looking at me? I'm not acting, but I'm playing music.
Yeah, I think in a way, like when I started writing, and it was during, or maybe even before I started NYU, but like definitely during, I wasn't showing it to anyone, but the sort of mentality I had about it was like, well, this is just like a monologue. I mean, and also I've never been like, I'm more comfortable having conversations with myself in my own head, than like necessarily being able to like honestly communicate myself. That's just like how I was raised. Now I'm a lot, like I took the effort to be better at that, but so that's what I was just able to like channel it into song, everything I want to say. So for me, like a song is like an urgent, it's like a plea. It's a monologue directed at somebody, and then you have like the arc of that character, the arc of the song, and there's ups and downs. There's, you want to tell the whole story. So I think I definitely took that away from my acting and put it into the music, so that, I don't really know if I'm playing myself or a character when I'm, what I mean? Like it's all kind of one.
Yeah. Because you're playing other people's songs. So it's not your song if you're playing Blowing in the Wind by Bob Dylan or something, or Bruce Springsteen's Lost in the Flood. Anybody? You're almost channeling them. Oh, I know what he's feeling here. A long lost love and it is storytelling, I guess.
Oh, yeah. But I think also it's kind of like acting in that even if you're playing a cover, you have to connect to it with something in your life, right? Or with something like it has to mean something to you. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean what the author meant at all.
Wow.
Like, right? It's actually better if it doesn't, because music just communicates emotion. So if you're on that wavelength, like you feel it, and that's all that matters.
It's getting pretty deep, Tatyana.
That's just the beginning. It's just
Well, now let's go to the last snow film.
Yes, let's do it.
Numero 2, and this is all that I got. I'm really flattered that you took the time to look and come up with, lyrics or something. That was very nice of you.
Absolutely. Well, I didn't come up with it on the spot, but I thought what would be most tasteful and appropriate for this.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. What am I doing? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Should I just go right in? Are you
Go right
ready?
in.
Okay.
I haven't seen you in months and months, and now you show up at my door. It wouldn't be so strange if you had been here before. Something guided you home to remind you you're not alone, and the path you walk on is bright. Even if we never speak again, we'll always have what happened tonight. But shared, but shared, but shared, it's meant to be. But shared, but shared, but shared, it's meant to be. But shared, but shared, but shared, it's meant to be. But shared, but shared, but shared, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Was it supposed to fade out to meant to be?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to do a little fade out.
But as a singer, you just add some ahs, which can go on and on and on. Oh. So,
Exactly.
what was that word? Bishet,
But
bishet. What
shared.
was it?
But shared. So
Bashert.
that is
Don't.
Hebrew.
Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
What?
It's not love. It's not father. It's not Bible. It's not Masada. It's not Tel Aviv. Besher. It's to share. Well, we don't. An Israeli told me once, we don't share desserts. So it's not share. Besher. I give up. What is it?
Well, it's actually, it does mean meant to be. It's,
Okay.
I think it's more related to like romantic love when it's like,
Sure.
oh, you're like, you know, it was, you met and it was meant to be, right? Like right place, right time sort of thing. But can I tell you the
Right.
story behind the
Of
song?
course.
It
Yeah.
actually relates to, so the single that I just put out, Cameron, is sort of like the side A to this song. But because that song I wrote after I met this guy on the train.
Oh.
And right, we were having this we just started this conversation. He was like really roughing out, but he was on his way to rehab, and he basically told me like everything that he was going through and all this, you know, difficult, dark stuff in his life. And that was kind of it. I mean, I just, you know, I wished him well. And then I wrote Cameron. I wrote the song like about him, you know, based
Yeah.
on just everything he told me, because I was just really moved. And every time like I played that song, I would think of him, you know, but I had no way to contact him or anything. And it was like 6 months after that. And actually I was singing with the Shul of New York in person. And at the end of the service, this guy comes in, this like young guy comes in, and he looks kind of familiar, and I can't like quite place it, right? And I
Yeah.
get this like kind of funny feeling about it, and I go up to him and I'm like, you know, how'd you come here, right? And he said he was on his there was an AA meeting in the building, but that was canceled, and he followed the music in our service, right? And came in, and then I was like, what's your name? And he said, Cameron. And that, like, it still is just so crazy to me that happened. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I wrote a song about you. Like,
Oh.
what are you doing here?
Did you tell him that?
Yeah. So of course I told him that.
Okay.
He listened to the song later, and, you know,
Yeah.
it like was very moving. And like all the ladies at the service and the rabbi and everything, they were like, this is Beshert. And you have to write a song about this. And I did.
Right.
So that's crazy.
Do you think songwriters tend to write songs about love and relationships at all?
Not at all. That's not important to people.
Glad you got more sarcasm there. Yes.
Yeah.
I think 80% of the songs have the word you in it. It's always something like, you did this, and you love me, and you, and I, and me, and we.
Yeah.
Do you know a song by Yes called You and I? And you and I, da, da, da. Okay. Old Yes.
I like Yes, though.
Do you?
Wait, or am I thinking of Aha? I'm thinking of one of those two bands.
Take on
I know,
me.
but
I
like
don't-
there's more Aha than that.
Oh, okay.
I think I am thinking of Yes. But did they do a Carole King cover of I'll Cry in the Rain or something like that? That's a song Crying in the Rain.
I hope they did, but I don't know.
It's one of those two bands. That's a cool song. All right.
The best, yes, my fondest memories are driving down from Philly to Florida in my friend's Trans Am, red, low to the ground. And I'm not saying we're smoking pot half the way down, but anyway. And then, yes, bum, bum, bow, 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 dun, da, da, dun, ding, ding. And it goes from side to side. It wasn't roundabout. Maybe it was roundabout. I'm sure David's going to tell me in a minute, or Adam. But man, oh man, it's so clean and it bounces, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine, Mark Rubenstein, is trying to get in touch with John Anderson, I guess, who's the lead singer, to do some sort of project. I don't know if it's Broadway or.
Wow.
Anyway. I do have nice friends, and a lot of them. Wow, we're 9:50. We still have 10 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this under an hour, but let me see what else. We did all the words. I guess it is. I'm interested to know, because you had told me that you grew up in a kind of a secluded, if is that the right word, Russian family. It wasn't Brighton Beach, but it was
in Northeast Philly, the greater Northeast.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay,
I know that we are from Philly to get we're both from Philly.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I would say secluded, but definitely, it was sort of sheltered, which I'm really happy about. Like, we really retained the culture, like the Russian sort of Soviet culture. Like we hardly ever ate out. There's, we, I don't know what else we do. There's a really funny Instagram channel or whatever, that is just all, there's a couple of them, but it's all like Soviet immigrants and like their families. And my brother and I look at it and we're just like, this is hilarious. It's so true. And it's like across the board, everyone had this sort of upbringing. And then like we show it to our parents and they're like, what? Like, they don't get it. They don't get it. We're just like, that's the best. But yeah.
Where did the music come in? I mean, assumed your parents were, I think you had said they're not listening to 70s rock and roll or 80s or whatever you grew up with. So where did this thing come into you? This music?
I know. Some sort of channeling. But I think from an early age, like 3, like back in Belarus, I was singing the Russian pop hits outside of our apartment where all of the like babushkas were sitting. All the old people. And then I'd announce myself as like the designated artist of the Soviet Union. I was not shy as like a 3-4-year-old. I got shy later on, but music was just always something I did. Like, I don't know. It was just, it came naturally. It came easily. And I think I see now my dad is like supremely talented. My mom, like musically, my mom also, she can just sit down on piano and just play like by ear. And they just weren't given, they didn't have the opportunity to pursue those things, but they maybe would have. So for me, I feel like it's not only like with music, but even with like Judaism, I feel like it's like my calling to pursue what they couldn't. You know what I mean? It's kind of amazing. What?
Okay. I have, how is this shot? Okay. I just need to touch it. Well, when you say that, it strikes a chord with me because my grandmother was a concert pianist, and certain circumstances happened where she had to kind of give it up. And like she was on her way to stardom. I think I had mentioned she's played for Albert Einstein, whatever. But she was doing concerts and then kind of gave it up. And I always thought, like, I'm always trying to pursue my goals, whatever that is. I've already hit a lot. But in honor of her, like, I feel like because she couldn't, that I was trying to, and I never want to stop, almost because I felt bad that she couldn't. And she didn't talk about it a lot, but I imagine she longed for, she knew Zubin Mehta, who was a conductor of the Philadelphia orchestra. So she knew some people, but it must have been like, I don't think she was going to parties and hobnobbing like I like to do, but maybe she wanted to. So I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe
So
similar to you.
she's passed on now.
Yeah, a long time ago, but yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully,
She
yeah.
lived,
She's looking lovely
I hope
at your
so.
life.
She was 94, so she made it a long time. She actually taught piano her whole life. So from age whatever, when she gave it up, 25, 30. Yes, Spencer, Zubin Mehta. Go look it up. Zubin Mehta, the Philadelphia Harmonic.
Okay.
This is so good. Are you having fun so far?
I'm having so much fun.
Oh, that's swell.
I really am. Are
So I
you?
want to. Oh, of course. Yeah, you're a blast. It's nice to have smart, talented, attractive, intellectual, philosophical, banana-loving people on the show. What's not to like? While I sip on my Brooklyn IPA, support your local economy. Come on. You don't have to buy it all from Amazon.
Right.
You know what I was going to say, channeling Spencer's, when you said as a 3-year-old I went out, I'd announce myself and play. Can you give a sample of maybe what that would have sounded like? Da, Borisiste Tatyana Kalko, the USSR is the song. Ding, 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 ding. I want to hear you like announce yourself as if you were walking into that crowd. What would it sound like? And then play a bar of a song you would have played at age 3.
Well, I wouldn't have played guitar, that's for sure.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
would have just
Okay.
I would have been like, na na na, черный кот, na na na, which is like Black Cat. Na 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 na. Why am I doing this?
Keep
Can
going.
I just play?
Love this. I forgot we have to play a real song.
Can I
Oh,
play another song?
That was so nice.
was nice? That was
Introduce
cute?
yourself like what you would have done at age 3? I want
Okay,
to hear
да,
what that sounds like.
здравствуйте, бабушки и дедушки. Меня зовут Таня Калько, и я буду вам петь песни. Я артист Советского Союза, и я буду вам петь песни.
That was the highlight of my week. How come, to me, and don't take this personally, well, you're Belarusian, not Russian, well, same thing, but seem very serious, everything. You have this levity and comedy and smiling where there's not a lot of Russian comedians. It's very serious. How did you
there
get
are.
this?
There are a lot of Russian comedians, but they're serious. They are serious. That's why they're funny. That's why they're funny. But to be honest, you know what I really admire in other people and what I'm like always attracted to in other people is seriousness. Like, I know it's weird, but it's like when people are like overly enthusiastic or just like really bubbly, I'm kind of like, what cult are you trying to drag me into? You know what I mean?
Well, you're just describing me to a T here. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. No, but like, no. But I mean, seriousness in terms of like, oh, they have a pursuit and they're going for it and not, they're not they're not trying to please people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always admired that. I don't know how I'm like this. My mom is kind of like this too. She's very optimistic.
Yeah. No, I like that. I respect that. That's an interesting. I love to hear when I photograph and interview women, like, what is it that attracts you to other men or women? Is it physically and mentally? And what is it? A lot of times they love to laugh, which helps me. Or, yeah, they could be very serious. Obviously, intellect goes a long way, which is why women are like, we're in love with Governor Cuomo, who's like mediocre looking and 63, but he's his president, Bill Clinton. So there's.
Presence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Presence is great. I don't know for men if it's the same, but from what all the stereotypes I've heard, right, and how I feel personally is like, yeah, you can make it or break it with your personality, with your soul, and all this stuff. Where whereas I don't know that goes for men.
Okay. I mean, we're all different. You can't lump us together, but for me personally, the brain, because mine is a little bit outside that box, it's over here. The ability to connect, I think it's extra important to me, because if I'm doing something weird or crazy, and if they're not like, oh my God, it's so strange, I don't understand, they got to be just take it in stride or push it. Rarely do people push me to go farther, which I like. So that connection, in addition to the 16 other qualities that are nice too. But anyway, okay. So what are you gonna play?
Okay, well, this is funny because it kind of ties into what we're talking about now. This
Yeah.
is a song I wrote, like, yeah, a bunch of years ago, um, and it's about getting tired of a relationship and restless because it's not having that sort of intellectual stimulation that I'm looking for. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's really hard to connect with you, my darling. Even when we find the time, the words don't come out right. I used to make me laugh a ton, and now I'm weeping. I don't know why the sun refuses to be seen. It's really hard to want the same things you do, my darling. I guess that I should want them too, but maybe there is more to explore. I want to tell you about my thirst and hunger for knowledge, but I'm afraid you just won't understand. It's not your fault, but I'm bored. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, but I'm bored. It's not your fault. I'm bored with you. Don't wanna say it. It's really hard to walk away from you, my darling. What would I lose or would I gain without you by my side? Will I ever find a love as strong as yours? I doubt it. I don't know why I can't be satisfied. It's not your fault, but I'm bored. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, but I'm bored. It's not your fault. I'm bored with you. I hate to say it, but it's true. Is that kind of a mean song? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's how I
No,
feel
it's the
sometimes, you know?
opposite. It was sympathetic. You were like, it's not your fault if I'm bored with you. It's not you, it's me. Yeah. I feel like I've probably not said that, but thought that with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your fault that you're dull, you're attractive, but it's not gonna.
Yep. Yep.
Tell me about life in. It is 10:01, so we'll wrap it up in like 2 or 3 minutes. But
Okay.
because of all that we've talked about tonight, I'm sort of curious about you and relationships with other
Okay. Can you bring
people.
yourself back? I'm like talking to myself right now. There you
Sorry.
go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you.
why Milani. I need a producer. I need the person. I accidentally went cut to black for 2 seconds, which I didn't mean to. And also, I was trying to dance. I hope that wasn't like derogatory. I was just feeling the.
Why would it be derogatory?
I don't want to be like it's making fun of it somehow. I don't
Oh
know.
no, it's
Yeah.
great. I want to.
Okay.
I want to play in a dance hall. People dancing.
I was sort of solo with a fictitious person, doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My parents were big dancers. It was very nice, and I've never really. I always felt dancing was awkward. It's a very strange thing, being with another person, because I feel like, and Chrissy, you know this, you have to look at them, and then your moves, and they're imitating you, and it's like, if I want to dance, I want fucking some punk ass music that I can jump around. It's like an aerobic
Lost you.
activity.
Yeah.
So with another person, it totally changes it. But my parents, they were doing they were in the
They're
70s up
doing
at our.
swing dancing, or
I'm sure everything, every type of dance. But I remember when disco was big, they were doing the thing where it was like you go this way and I go that way, and
and then you're like,
celebration and
yeah.
yeah. But they loved it. They loved, and my dad's no
Mm,
longer here, but I feel bad. I mean, I know that they just loved to dance. So
mm,
yeah.
that's so sweet. That's a
So
nice. Yeah.
relationships.
Yes. What do you want to know?
I don't know. Do you date? Do you have frequent? Is it men? Is it women? Is it
Well,
do
I
you,
actually wasn't dating for like years. I was actually kind of celibate. I went on a meditation retreat and then I was like
ooh,
celibate for some time. And then that sort of spilled over into, well, it was kind of like, I mean, what's the point if I'm not into you? Like I'm not just going to go out and I just wasn't finding people. And also I was like kind of going internally and dealing with a bunch of stuff to get to where I am now. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad I took that
sure.
hiatus
Yeah.
because I've changed a lot like internally. But no, I am dating now. I feel like I'm way more active. Like my social life is way more active now with COVID than any other time. It's kind of amazing when you say yes, because now I'm just like, yes, I'm ready. Like I'm ready for the next phase of my life. You know what I mean? So it's just like, all right, where is it? Let's go. It's coming to me.
And what is the next phase of your life?
I don't know, but a lot more commitment to what I'm doing already, to another person, you know what I mean? To growing a family. Like eventually, there's a lot of value in that. I definitely want to take on those responsibilities.
Wow. You're
I'm
so
excited.
mature for 28. You're really,
You just, yeah, okay, you can keep that. It's fine.
yeah. No, it's impressive. At 30, I was just moving to New York and just some wild, crazy kid running around and, never thought of settling down or committing. I don't know. That's really nice.
Mm.
What is it? I mean, obviously we talked about this a little, but is there a certain thing? Does it need to be a Russian Jewish guy? Can it be a Latina Argentinian? What is it in people? Do they need to have a very good job on Wall Street? Can it be an artist? Like what do you end up seeing?
Yeah. I mean, it does have to be someone kind of similar to my worldview, but well,
Yep.
Jewish honestly is very important to me, not just for
Sure.
like the checklist, but for again, for like the worldview and the faith and that all that stuff. Like if I'm gonna create, like that's what I didn't really have growing up, like a Jewish home, and that's why I want that from.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I know I want that. So that's important, but also someone, yeah, who really cares about what they're doing and like sees, themselves making an impact, like a positive difference with people,
Mm.
and is not afraid to speak honestly and right and know their and also to like challenge themselves
Mm.
and be honest with themselves, like not lie to themselves. Like I can see through that a mile away. I don't like that.
Right.
That's not good. Yeah.
Beautiful. It's such nice, well said. While I remembered like links and stuff, because I obviously,
Yes. Well, okay. Follow me, please, on Instagram at Tatyana Calco. I mean, I guess my name is here, right? So people can see that. We can post
can
it
they?
in there too.
Okay. I'll put it on the
What
comments.
else?
Kalko.
LKO on
Tatya.
Spotify. Please, follow me on Spotify. I have a bunch of music on there, on Bandcamp as well. I mean, really, if you just Google me, um, I'm out there.
Can they buy things? Like some of these songs were just sensational. Is it like for 99 or $1.50 go and
You
buy a
can
song?
absolutely buy songs. You can request songs for me as well. You can like for birthday parties or like gifts for
Okay.
friends. Songs. I'm doing that currently for someone. It's like doing a cover that someone requested, or like original songs, whatever.
After COVID, hopefully, are you going to get out and about and play? Where do you like to play? Where do you want to play? Where do you play?
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that like the whole. Well, I'm just not a fan of like the New York sort of like Lower East Side scene for my music, right? So where I really
Sure.
hope to play is
Yeah.
like intimate house concerts, private events, like
Uh-huh.
maybe like hotel lounges or something like that. But
Sure.
yeah, that's kind of more my bag.
How about 4:30 in the afternoon on a spring or summer day at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in some
I
little
love that.
outdoor indoor space where people are drinking wine and hearing you wax poetically about a relationship where a guy it's not his fault for being a dick or something.
Let's make it happen. Can we have some like nude models as well on the perimeter, just
Oh my.
handing out cocktails?
If my friend Spencer hops on board, yes, we can.
Okay.
My
Hear that,
friend Chrissy
Spencer?
said excellent qualities in a person. Oh, thank you everybody for going on the chat. Spencer wrote Minsk. I know he's Belarusian.
Yes. Yeah. Right. High five.
I'm looking to see if there's a pertinent question. All right. Oh, 10:07. I was trying. I can never make it under an hour. Next week I'm going to tease. So next week I'm going to have Dominic Episcopo. He's a friend of mine from Philadelphia, very talented photographer, just a great person. And I want to see if I can pull up a picture. We started out doing fashion type work at the same time. He actually lives in a giant church. And when I say giant, it's giant. And I also lived in a church, so we have sort of that in common. And hard drive number 4 is starting a lot. I just want to leave it. I want to show a picture of him because then you'll want to tune in. But we're going to talk about Philadelphia, the neighborhood we lived in called Fishtown, how it just blew up. It's the Bushwick of Philly.
Fishtown's cool.
Yeah, what he photographs. He's got a book himself. He does a lot of... he did fashion and portraits. Now it's more food. But he made a book about all 50 United States in the shape of meat. He cut out meat as in states. So hold on one sec. No, that one. I just love this photo. So let me go. Let's see if I can do it. Stop screen. This is a new one for me. Share screen. Oh, I think I did it. Oh, I did it. Oh, well, I did it crazy, but whatever.
Whoa. Why does that Ross? What's his name? Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross. No, Dominic, I just wanted to show. Okay, there you go. There's 3 of them. Look at that shot. He's doing, I don't know what he's doing with a candle and a photograph. He's probably on his way to do a still life, but just a superhuman being and really cool. So I look forward to that. And I'm going to go out and do interviews next weekend, so I'll be back on the horn skating through.
Exciting. Good for you.
Dankeschön. What is thank you in Russian? Is das. Spasiba. What is it?
No. Spasiba.
Spasiba. Oh, yeah. Thanks. So thank you very much. That was really a lot of fun. And your music is just exquisite.
Thank you.
And I expect it to go whatever. I want to say go places, but I expect to hear it or, hopefully you can make
money
from. Yeah.
Net money. Come on, net money.
Yeah, I agree. I would like that too. All right. I'm going out. Let's see. I'm going to play my intro, which was my outro. I have one private chat. Somebody said, hey. Okay. Hi, dude. I don't know who you are. Go buy her music. Check out her links. And then in the spring, I will announce where she's playing at the Met, and you can go have some wine and listen to her. Mm-hmm. Ciao. Buonanotte.
It's been a pleasure. Do свидания. Спокойной ночи всем. Bye.
Bye.
Ring, ring, 7 a.m. Move yourself to go again. Cold water in your face is gonna bring you back to this awful place. Knuckle merchants and the bankers too, who must get up and learn those rules. Riverman and Crazy Chief, one says sun and one says sleep. Now the AM, the FM, the PM too, turning out that boogaloo. It gets you up and it gets you out, but how long can you keep it up? I said, give me Honda, give me Sony. It's so cheap and it's so phony. Hong Kong dollar, Indian cents, English pounds and the Benjamins. I said, New York! Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on, get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Come on, get up. Don't stop and give it all you got. Say New York! Get up. You just don't stop and give it all you got. Looking for a rise to better my station. Take my baby to sophistication. See the ads? Well, isn't it nice? Better work hard cause I know the price. Now never mind that, it's time for the bus. And you'll get on cause you're one of us. The clocks go slow in the place of work. The minutes drag and the hours jerk.